In the next 10 seconds, let one sentence unlock the door you've been looking for. My word has power under grace and in perfect ways. If something inside you stirs as you hear it, that's not random. You've just tapped the current Florence Scovel Shinn calls infinite intelligence, moving through the word. Your word is your wand. Maybe you've begged for a sign, and the universe seems silent. Florence doesn't teach begging. She teaches command in grace, speaking as someone who knows the source is already within. Not please give me, but I affirm the divine right outcome under grace. Right now, try switching roles from the one knocking to the one holding the key. The universe speaks through meaningful coincidences, a stray sentence, a perfectly timed email, repeating numbers, right after you ask a question. But not every signal deserves your faith. So at the start of this journey, we'll ground in Florence's ethical guardrails so you can hear your inner call clearly. Divine right, divine design. Every declaration aims at the divinely right outcome and never violates anyone's free will. Under grace, all manifestations arrive gently, harmoniously, in perfect ways, no force, no strain. Casting the burden and forgiveness before you speak the word, you release fear and resentment so your channel is clear. Why this matters to you? An American moving through emails, traffic lights, and your morning coffee. Because the moment your energy shifts from scarcity to quiet power, reality mirrors back with more clarity, speed, and calm. In this video, you'll get a simple practice framework you can test within 4 hours. Clear. Choose a sharp, specific question, so fog. Clean breathe for 60 seconds. Cast the burden. Forgive fast to loosen the knot. Calm settle into the drowsy quiet just before sleep where intuition speaks. Command under grace. Deliver a short, decisive decree, ending with under grace and in perfect ways. Compose, let go. Stop chasing signs. Confirm when the first sign arrives. Run it through the Florence filter. A. It brings peace. B. It repeats across 2 or more channels. C. The timing is right. D. It harms no one. E. It aligns with divine design. This is the layer most videos skip. Not just speak the command, but how to purify the inner field anchor, the ethics, and discern guidance wisely. When these foundations are in place, your word truly becomes a wand, not a baton, that controls, but a conductor's cue that invites life to harmonize. Before we go deeper, try a 1-minute practice. Place a hand over your heart. In for 4, out for 4. Silently say, all burdens now return to divine wisdom. I choose peace. As your body settles, your word gathers power. Next up, Step 1. Clear. I'll show you how to cut your question to diamond sharpness with real-life examples, money relationships, vocation, and Florence-style command phrases you can use safely under grace. One right word and the door you seek could open today. Let's begin with a very American moment. Morning light, warm coffee in hand, and your phone flashes 11:11. Right as you're thinking about a career change or a money decision. Your heart gives a small tremor. It could be a sign, but only if you're tuned to the right frequency. In Florence, Scovel Shinn's work, that frequency starts with clarity. Vague questions return fog. Diamond-sharp questions call in answers that arrive bright and fast like sun through glass. Why clear comes first. The universe mirrors your inner orientation. A fuzzy question emits static, I want to, maybe, if possible. And static summons half hints that leave you more confused. A clear question, one issue, one intent. One timing is like typing a precise address into maps. The roads of synchronicity render the shortest route under grace and in perfect ways. How to cut your question to diamond clarity. Write your current question, then run it through 3 filters. Specify the context from, should I quit? Within 30 days, what role aligns with my divine design, supports growth, and improves income under grace? Time box the first sign. Send the first confirming sign within 24 hours under grace. Keep the ethics, divine right design, honor free will. Don't command people, only affirm divine order in your own affairs. As you shift from hazy permission-seeking to clear grace-anchored affirmation, your body shifts to less tension, less fear, more lightness. That's your receiving channel opening. The Florence Synchrony language. 5D, read signs without getting lost. Most videos stop at repeating numbers or a random song on the radio. Here you'll add a filter so you don't spiral into sign hunting. Disposition real guidance brings a felt peace, even if the step is hard. If your chest tightens, it's either a caution or just noise. Duplication. The message repeats across 2-3 channels, numbers, words, email, dream in a short window. Duration and timing arrives right after you ask clearly, not weeks before. Divine right never manipulates or violates free will. If it pushes control, it's not under grace. Design fit. It belongs in your larger life picture skills valued long-prepared direction. 90-second practice. Clear and prime hand over heart. Inhale. 4, exhale. 4, 3 rounds. Silently. All burdens return to divine wisdom. I choose peace. Open your eyes. Write the diamond version of your question. Close with, I'm ready to receive the first confirming sign within 24 hours, under grace, and in perfect ways. Read once. Feel the steady lightness, no strain, no begging, just knowing. Real-life snapshots. U.S. audience. Ava Austin. TX. She refines. Should I quit into? Within 24 hours, send the first sign of my right path under grace. That night, a friend texts a role 15 minutes from home. Next morning, a billboard reads, right move, right now, 2 channels, 1 theme. After the interview, an email lands at 11:11 timing plus duplication. Michael, Seattle, WA. He asks for a gentle right way to resolve debt within 24 hours under grace. A personal finance podcast pops into his feed about negotiating interest. The bank emails a restructure program the same day. 2 independent channels, 1 path. He calls, it flows. The right sign opens practical doors, not just hype. The clear journal anchor in reality. Make a 3-column page. Diamond question. Time asked. Signs within 24 hours. Write briefly, objectively. Add a tiny box. 5D. Met peace. Duplication timing. Divine right, design fit. Journaling shrinks mental magnification so the heart can read what matters. 3 common mistakes when you start clear. Overscanning for signs, doom scrolling, every app for meaning. Florence would smile. Don't hunt know and receive. Ask, then return to your day. Signs come to you. Changing the question constantly. Money today, love tomorrow. Housing. Next. Mixed transmitters call in mixed signals. Hold one question until a clear first sign lands. Commanding another person, make him call me. That violates divine right. Reframe open the right decisions and opportunities around this relationship under grace. You affirm order within your own field. A gentle master line to center your tone. Divine order is now established in my mind, body and affairs under grace and in perfect ways. Say it slowly, warmly, honestly. Right door, right key. Quick recap. Clear is the key. The door swings in grace. If you feel restless, do 1 to 2 rounds of casting the burden. I hand this worry to divine wisdom. I choose calm. Calm is your sign you're standing at the right door. Fast ethics check. 1. Does this harm anyone? 2. Does it cross free will? 3. Does it betray your core values? If it's no, 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 you're aligned with divine design. Your mind wants answers, now your heart knows soon is soon enough. Clear helps them shake hands. Left brain relaxes because the question is tailored. Right brain exhales because grace still has room to work. You stop chasing, but you invite. If you're practicing with me, drop a comment. Clear 24H. I've set my diamond question. Share your one-line question, no sensitive details. Our community will bless it under grace to amplify peace. When the first sign lands, come back with received number 5D and tell us briefly what appeared and how it felt. Your story becomes a lamp for someone else. Pure Florence. The words you speak, the story you tell, are the wand that unlocks wonder. When your question shines like a diamond, the next step sets the speed of your answer. Clean. Purify. In part 2, I'll show you a 2-minute cast, the burden, a brief forgiveness ritual to dissolve invisible resistance, and a safe command template, ending with under grace so body and mind align. We'll also separate challenge signs from confirm signs so you don't take the wrong turn when opportunity knocks. Take one steady breath. Write your diamond question now. When you are clear, the universe is clear. And as Florence whispers through every page by your word, the way is made gentle, right, and under grace. You've already shaped your diamond question from part 1. Before you look for signs, let's wipe the inner window clean, the place where fear, anger, shame, or the need to control can fog your vision. Florence Scovel Shinn frames the step as purification, cast the burden, forgive, and practice non-resistance, so your word rises from a calm center. When calm appears, life mirrors it faster, gentler, truer under grace, and in perfect ways. Why clean is the quiet switch. When you're anxious or irritated, the body-mind slides into defense mode. The signal you broadcast smells like fear, so life reflects confusion, delay, and static. Clean does 3 practical things. It lowers background noise, stops the analysis loop, and returns you to a steady point where intuition can be heard. Said simply, clear gives the universe the address, clean clears the doorway. Cast the burden. 90 to 120 seconds. Picture the burden as weight on your chest. Don't fight it. Hand it to divine wisdom and replace it with a gentle decree. Step 1. Name. My current burden is fear of losing my job, money anxiety, feeling rejected. Step 2. Cast. I hand this burden to divine wisdom, the Christ within the divine within. From this moment, I choose peace. Step 3. Replace divine order is now established in my mind, body and work under grace and in perfect ways. Step 4. Receive exhale longer than you inhale. Soften your shoulders and jaw. Rest your eyes. 1 quiet minute. Calm, not hype, is the sign you did it right. If Christ within isn't your language use, infinite intelligence source, or divine wisdom, the point is surrendering the weight to a higher order. 2-minute forgiveness, unlock the hidden latch. Forgiveness doesn't mean agreeing with the wrong, it means removing the hook that's tearing at your heart. Try this eyes closed, hand over heart. I bless name, person, situation with love. What is mine by divine right can't be taken from me. What no longer belongs to me leaves in grace. I stop resisting. I choose to learn this lesson gently. I am free, and they are free under grace. Once resentment loosens, signs tend to arrive clear and practical, not vague. Non-resistance. Stop pushing life. Stops pushing back. What you resist persists. What you bless transforms. If a rude email arrives, whisper, all returns to divine order. I choose gracious words. That's not weakness, it's standing where wisdom can work. Non-resistance is soft power, letting the useless pass, saving your energy for what's right. The 2-minute clean script before you command. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 6. Repeat 3 times. I hand over the burden of, name it, I choose peace. Divine order is now established in my mind-body and all affairs under grace and in perfect ways. I bless name, situation. I do not resist. Sit quietly 30 to 60 seconds. Feel the gentle ease. Smile slightly. I'm ready to receive the first confirming sign within 24 hours. 2 US snapshots when clean opens the way. Noah Chicago Isle rent anxiety. Every time he thought about a rent hike, his stomach knotted. He did clean, named the burden, not enough money blessed his landlord with plenty and affirmed divine right. The next day, the landlord offered a modest increase with a grace period. Because Noah was calm, he heard it fully and negotiated better. Not flashy, just clear and smooth. Eleanor, New York. Unwavering. Relationship tension. She wanted the universe to make him call. Reminder you can't command another person. Her clean was releasing control, forgiving clumsy texts, blessing him with freedom. Days later, instead of a call, a vivid dream and a talk with an old friend highlighted healthy boundaries she'd missed. When you stop pulling others' life returns you to your center. Word. Filter. Speak what you want, not what you fear. Swap hope. I'm not late, my schedule flows on time. Swap hope, I'm not rejected. I meet the door that is mine. Swap. Please don't fire me. I'm in my right place by divine plan under grace. Your word is a wand. Paint the outcome you desire. Clean up grades for staying aligned. Clear ethics. Every affirmation honors free will and divine design. Safe, harmonious, sustainable. Clean journal. After each practice, jot 2 lines. 1, the burden you handed over. 2, how you felt after releasing. In a week, you'll see a peace curve rising. Reapply the 5D filter from part 1 after clean peace, duplication timing ethics, design, fit, then act. Common trap slipping back into overthinking after clean or using clean to get someone. Remember the goal of clean is your calm, not control. A gentle command bank to read after clean divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs under grace. All obstacles now vanish from my pathway. The right next step appears gently. I stand in sufficiency. The right door opens for me now. Read slowly, warmly, like speaking to someone you love. The power lives in the state you're in, not the volume you use. If you're practicing with me, drop a comment. Clean 2P. I released 1 keyword. The community will echo a short blessing, divine order under grace. When you feel the softening return and note, lighter calm at 60%, 80%. Your share lifts another person to pure. Florence, the word you speak carries power that spreads peace. Next, we'll move from clean to command. How to speak a short, safe decree that aligns body and mind, and how to tell a challenge sign from a confirm sign so you don't turn left when the right door is opening, under grace and in perfect ways. After your question shines like a diamond, and your burden's been handed over, the best thing you can do isn't more Googling or sign hunting, it's to sit down and grow quiet. Florence Scovel Shinn paints this quiet with many names, calm non-resistance, inner poise. Where your still wisdom speaks, where you're tense, everything goes silent. Calm isn't a slogan. It's a physio-psycho-spiritual doorway into slower waves, where intuition slips into the subconscious like an arrow through still water. Picture an ordinary American evening, warm kitchen lights, the low hum of the dishwasher. You dim the room. Settle on the sofa, feet grounded. The next 60-90 seconds aren't about deep meditation so much as quiet enough to receive. Your body is a radio. The vagus nerve is the volume knob. As breath slows and shoulders drop, the pulse eases, the mind settles, and the door opens. Begin like this, 1 hand on your chest, 1 on your belly. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. The 4-6 isn't magic. It's just long enough to engage the diaphragm and signal safe to the brain. Soften the gaze, unclench the jaw, let the tongue rest from the roof of your mouth, and allow the shoulders to hang like a soft coat on a hook. On the 3rd breath, whisper, divine order is now established in my mind, body and affairs, under grace and in perfect ways. You're not persuading the universe, you're reminding the deep self that order already exists. Florence would say our ships come in over a calm sea. Watch for a tiny, often missed sign, a 1-second drop, as if an invisible backpack lifts off your shoulders. That's the still point. Stay a few more breaths, don't chase signs. If thoughts pop, in that email tomorrow, will he text back, smile and bless them? Bless this under grace, then return to breath. Calm isn't fighting the mind, it's changing the playing field so the mind quiets on its own. There's a golden window at the edge of sleep, right before drifting off and just after waking. Consciousness is soft, the subconscious open. If you bring calm to those two edges, night and morning, you'll notice life's responsiveness increase. Morning brings a line on the radio that answers your question. Evening brings a clear dream that cuts through doubt. That's not superstition, it's biology. When the cortex stops clenching, the default mode network lights up, and imagination reconnects with intuition. Or in Florence's language, the word wand touches the treasure within. Beware false calm freeze instead of peace. Numbness feels like silence, but it's shut down, no listening, no sensing, no small choices getting made. True. Calm feels alive, quiet, yet aware. If you notice freeze, stand up and shake out your arms. Stretch and hum gently in your throat for 20-30 seconds to nudge the vagus nerve back online. Then return to your seat. Don't scold yourself, just adjust like a rower angling the oar to catch the current again. Design your calm environment. You don't need a perfect meditation room, you need consistency. Pick one home spot, sofa corner by a window. Treat it as your anchor point. Add a small cue, a scent. Lavender candle, a sound box, fan, a warm lamp. Each time you sit there, your brain learns. This is where we downshift. When a phone ping or barking dog breaks the quiet, don't bristle. Let Florence's mantra do the work. Divine order. Bless the noise and return to breath. Calm doesn't promise signs will flutter in like autumn leaves. Calm promises something truer when you're still. You notice what was there all along. A viewer in Denver told me she was debating a job change. After clear and clean, she did 90 seconds of calm. Opening her eyes, she noticed an old book on the shelf with right work on the spine. The next morning, a coworker sent a listing that matched what she'd journaled. Not fireworks, just a steady peace all day that let her notice the door and walk through it. Calm is the lens. The opportunity may have been there, your lens just needed clearing. Sometimes calm surfaces old feelings unresolved, hurt, fear of abandonment, a long ago shame. Don't panic. This is the zone Florence calls transformation by grace. Whisper, I see you. I do not resist. Under grace. If needed, pop back to clean for 60 seconds, hand the feeling to divine wisdom, then return to calm. You aren't regressing. You're deepening the foundation so the word has a steady place to stand. Florence's principle of non-resistance keeps you from wrestling the wave and lets it pass. Use an inner intuition filter inside calm. True guidance tends to be gentle, no push, simple, few words, few reasons, and steady repeating softly across channels. Anxiety is loud, long, and urgent. If the inner voice is shouting, do it now, or else that's fear in costume. Jot it down, set it aside, breathe 4 to 6 again, and touch divine order. Let calm be your filter. Florence adds, we act best when we're under direct inspiration. As calm becomes a habit in busy American life, something lovely happens. You move slower inside, but decide faster. Emails get answered clearly and on time. Calls shift to more spacious moments without losing opportunity. Calendars that seemed cramped start to breathe. Florence calls it divine order being established. I call it a life with rhythm. And yes, ships really do come in over a calm sea. Want a deeper anchor? Scatter a minute of grace through your day. In the elevator, in the coffee line, before Zoom, close your eyes for 1 4 to 6 breath and whisper, I choose peace. Each minute is a stepping stone. When a big decision comes, you already have a path of peace to follow. Community practice after tonight's 60-90 second session, drop a comment. Calm. 60s I reach the still point. If you notice small changes, easier sleep, a warmer body, fewer racing thoughts, leave one sentence so others can feel the wave of quiet with you. Tomorrow, if a first sign pops, a phrase, an email, a billboard, come back with signal in number of 5D to remind each other to check piece duplication, timing, ethics, and design fit. And here's the doorway to part 4. After clear. Clean calm, we move to command under grace, where your word goes out like a conductor's cue, not a demand. Next up, a gentle command. Template, short, warm, framed with under grace, never violating free will. And 2 common mistakes to avoid: forceful tone and no grace anchor, plus a 30-second fix. For now, pause this video for 60 to 90 seconds. Breathe 4. Breathe 6 and say softly, divine order is now established, under grace. Open your eyes and notice the lamp, the chair, the room's warmth. Let the simplicity be your first proof the door has opened. See you in part 4, where the word rises and reality answers softly, precisely on time. After you've gone clear, clean, and calm. We arrive at Florence Scovel Shinn's favorite moment, speaking the word. Command under grace isn't shouting at life or forcing outcomes. It's speaking as source, declaring what is divinely right, and opening the way for it to enter gently on time, harming no one. Think of it like a light switch. You don't beg the bulb, you simply turn it on. Your word flips the inner switch when spoken on the right frequency and under the right law. The current flows and light appears under grace and in perfect ways. The psychology of a gentle command. Begging broadcasts lack. I don't have, and life mirrors lack. Command under grace broadcasts sufficiency. The right good is already at hand, and life reflects movement toward it. The power isn't in fancy words, but in the state you speak from, quiet, grateful, sure, and soft, like a conductor lifting a hand and the orchestra responding. The 5-piece command, short, warm, grace anchored, read slowly as if confiding in a trusted friend. Call the source within, divine intelligence within. Establish divine order. Right divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. And name the good as already prepared without controlling others. The right opportunity opens to me now. I am placed in my divine, right work / income / home. Add the safety clause, under grace and in perfect ways. Window to receive a sign. I receive my first clear sign within 24 hours, and I recognize it in peace. Then pause, 10 to 20 seconds. Feel your body settle. Don't push, you've already flipped the switch. 3 ready-to-use templates, US life themes, money and work. Divine intelligence, within divine order, is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. The right work and right income now present themselves to me with ease. I am placed and paid in my divine right way, under grace, and in perfect ways. I receive my first clear sign within 24 hours, and I recognize it in peace. Relationships and healthy boundaries. Divine intelligence within divine order now governs my relationships. I am guided to divine right connections and healthy boundaries, under grace and in perfect ways. I receive my first clear sign within 24 hours, and I recognize it in peace. Home and moving. Divine intelligence within divine order now places me in my divine right home, affordable, peaceful, and aligned with my work and well-being, under grace and in perfect ways. I receive my first clear sign within 24 hours, and I recognize it in peace. Never command another person's will. Affirm order in your own affairs. That's why under grace always stays. Gentle command versus forcing, and a pro tip. Forcing sounds urgent and tight, trying to control people and outcomes. Command under grace sounds warm and steady, leaving room for the something better if that's divine design. Whisper at the end or something better under grace. The 4C safety filter before and after you speak. Calm. Are you actually calm? Clarity is the command. Single-minded compassion. Does it honor free will and do no harm? Clause did you include? Under grace and in perfect ways. When all 4Cs are true, your words carry safe power. 2 critical mistakes and a 30-second fix. 1. Forcing tone. You're scared so you bark. Fix, inhale. 4. Exhale. 6. Hand to heart, whisper. I choose peace. Then read again, softer, slower. 2. No grace anchor. You forgot under grace so the energy feels grabby. Fix end with under grace and in perfect ways, or something better. Field notes. 2 real-world snapshots. Boston job invitation. Ryan. MA. After. Clear and clean. Ryan spoke. Divine order is now established. The right work now presents itself to me. He took a quiet walk instead of doom-checking email. A workshop poster caught his eye. At 9 p.m., a former contact messaged with an interview. It wasn't luck, he said. It was enough calm to notice. Phoenix Healthcare Solution, Maya AZ. For her son, she affirmed divine order now governs my child's health and care under grace, without ordering a specific doctor. The next day, insurance updated benefits, and a friend referred a great nearby clinic. When you stop resisting and stop controlling, the right door becomes visible. Grow the practice. Public anchor and minute of authority at public anchor. Place a shortened line in your notes or journal. Right work and income, now under grace, so your brain keeps the route instead of running in circles. Minute of authority. 3 times daily, morning, noon, night speak. 1 10 to 15-second command. Less often, but consistent beats big burst, then nothing. How many times should I read it? Once or twice with quality beats, 10 rushed repeats. Quality equals so calm, plus 4C, plus under grace. No sign in 24 hours. Revisit. Clear was your ask. Fuzzy clean. Any emotional knots? Calm. Did you touch stillness? Then command again, shorter, clearer. Do I need 100% belief? You need enough to try. Let grace do the rest. Did it land? The afterglow check. Feeling chest softens, breath deepens. Body jaw unclenches, shoulders drop, eyes feel warm. Behavior. You stop compulsively checking your phone and return to your day with ease. That's your sign the command has sailed. Tonight, after you practice, drop a comment. Command under grace, your short line. Example. Right work, now under grace. Our community will echo divine order under grace. Tomorrow, if a first sign arrives a line, you hear an email, a billboard, a dream come back with first sign, received, 124, number 5D. Your story builds a field of peace for everyone here. Next, recognize. We'll learn how to spot and trust the first signal using the 5D filter, Peace Duplication Timing Ethics design. Fit. How to journal so you don't distort the message and the small step in 24 hours, rule that turns guidance into movement. We'll also separate challenge signs from confirmation signs with a 30-second script for when both appear at once. For now, hand to heart, speak your line and end with under grace and in perfect ways. Then smile, or something better. When you speak as source life, often answers like a well-timed chord, accurate, gentle, right on cue, after you've gone. Clear, clean, and calm. The final piece in the instant response circuit is recognize the art of seeing what's already present. Florence Scovel Shinn never teaches us to hunt omens like a tracker. She teaches recognition in peace. If you miss the step, you'll think the universe is silent when the answer has been knocking softly like leaves at the window. Make a small inner pledge to open the door. Within 24 hours, I will recognize and trust the first sign under grace and in perfect ways. This isn't pressure, it's permission. When you promise yourself to receive the first landing point, instead of demanding 10 confirmations, you honor the mirror principle: clarity in receiving, clarity in response. To keep recognition from sliding into randomness, carry the 5D filter from our earlier parts, 5 cues that separate signal from noise. 1. Disposition, peace. The right sign brings a felt calm, even if the step is hard. chest loosens, breath lengthens, that's your seal. 2. Duplication within 24 to 48 hours. At least 2 independent channels. Chance remark, email, billboard, dream point the same way. 3. Duration and timing. It appears after you've done clear, clean, calm, not some old fragment your mind is clinging to. 4. Divine right, no manipulation, no violation of free will. 5. Design Bob. Fit it belongs in the long picture of your life, values, skills, pace, context. A core psychology note about recognize under anxiety, humans overascribe meaning, apophenia. So, when a first sign arrives, don't inflate it. Log it in your 5D journal. Short objective 7:40 a.m. Email on topic A, right after I asked about direction B. Then tick for each 5D item. On paper, the mind stops embellishing and the heart keeps what's true. You'll meet 2 kinds of signals, confirmations and challenges. A confirmation feels like a gentle hand on your shoulder, peaceful and opening a timely interview in your field, a bank offer right when needed, a line in a book that matches your clear note word for word. A challenge shows up to correct your aim, a small snag that makes you recheck boundaries, budget or motive. You asked for right work, but an offer appears that looks like your old lane with slightly better pay. That might be the test. Are you choosing the familiar just because it's easy? Run the 5D. Does it fit? Is there peace? Is there duplication? If 2 opposite signals arrive together, don't panic. Use the 30-second 3-step rule. 1. 1 round of 4, in 6 out. 2. Whisper. Divine order. Under grace. 3. Choose the path that brings deeper peace, even if it asks more courage. Then request 1 more duplicate sign in 12 and 24 hours. Life loves clarity. What's true will repeat. Recognize. Doesn't stop at seeing. It flows straight into a micro yes within 24 hours. A micro yes is small, clear, and non-intrusive. Send the inquiry text, submit the application, reply to the email schedule, a 10-minute call, download the budget template, go tour the apartment. Don't force a contract today. Just take 1 step that tells the universe, I received. When you do, the current increases and the next sign usually appears bigger, more specific. Build in a safety stop. If a sign asks you to cross ethical, financial lines or to control another person, be still. Whisper, or something better under grace, and ask for an intermediate route, a certificate course, more data, a mentor meeting, rather than diving into deep water. Grace brings what's right gently on time and without asking you to trade your soul. 2 tiny rituals make recognize a repeatable skill. A minute of noting. Radically honest, 60 seconds. The moment you spot a sign, open your phone and write 3 lines. What I saw, heard, literal. Body check, chest, shoulders/jaw. 5D, quick score, 1-5. End with my micro yes within 4 hours is that last line turned sign into path. Bihan. 1. Line public anchor place, a short anchor where you'll see it notes. Watch face sticky. First sign, first step, under grace. Each glance trains the brain to keep the rhythm, receive. Small step, open road. 2 everyday US snapshots. Austin TX, right work, right time. After an evening command. Lena was heading to bed. At dawn, her daily podcast guest spoke exactly about her field and named a new hiring platform within 3 minutes. Peace, duplication at lunch. A coworker shared a link to the same platform. Timing. Her micro yes, a 20-minute profile. Next day, an interview pinged at 11:11. Not sudden magic, she said, just a string of small yeses whenever a sign appeared. Portland or a course correction. Evan wanted to move. First sign, a big cheap apartment far from work. His chest felt tight. He asked for a duplicate and added, or something better. 2 days later, a broker called about a slightly smaller place near his morning running park, cutting 30 minutes from his commute. 5D clicked. Micro yes booked the viewing. If I'd grabbed the first one, he said I'd have paid with my daily life. Common recognize pitfalls and gentle pivots. Counting endless signs to self-soothe. Hooked on. 11:11, 222. Do clean for 60 seconds. Ask, am I avoiding a decision? Then pick one practical, micro yes. Waiting for a dramatic signal to believe the universe prefers integration, not disruption. Small matching details are the point. Confusing anxiety with intuition. Anxiety is loud, long, urgent. Intuition is gentle, brief, steady. If it's noisy, breathe 4 to 6 and whisper divine order, under grace. Practice recognize. For a short while and your personal history starts to change. Instead of wait forever, then quit, you'll step across a creek on stones of micro yes. Each stone is a soft landing. Each far bank is a brighter version of you, still you but ordered. Community check-in. So we can bless each other's steps after this video comment. Recognize number 5D, one sign you just received. Keep it brief, objective. Then add the micro. Yes, you'll do within 24 hours. Others will echo divine order under grace. If 24 hours pass and you don't see anything, don't be discouraged, comment. Need clarity, refresh. We'll revisit clear, clean, calm with you and suggest one small tweak to the question. As we close today, remember one simple, mighty truth. Your word is a wand. From the moment you dared to get clear, gently clean, your burdens settle into calm. Speak a gracious command, and then recognize the first sign you stepped out of the role of beggar and into the place of co-creator under grace and in perfect ways. We're not forcing life to bend. We're opening the door for divine order to move through everyday things. An email, a phone call, a billboard, a dream, a passing remark that your heart knows is meant for you. If at any point you felt even 5-10% light to trust that grace is already laying the path. To seal this session, do a 90-second lock-in hand-to-heart inhale for 4 and exhale for 6, 3 rounds. Whisper. Divine order is now established in my mind, body and affairs, under grace, and in perfect ways, or something better. Then write one micro yes you'll take within 24 hours. One simple step says to the universe I received. To keep this ending with you, carry these 3 anchors. Right person, right time, right way. Every affirmation includes under grace, honoring divine right, and free will. The 5D compass, peace, duplication, timing, ethics, design fit. Notice, log it, then take a small step. Compounding grace, 1 minute of grace, and 1 micro yes daily, the bright pebbles that line your path. I'd love to hear your voice. Drop a comment. First sign received, 5D. If a first sign arrived within 24 hours, keep it brief, objective, or clear to 4H. I set my diamond question if you're just beginning today. Our community will echo back divine order under grace. Your note lifts your energy and becomes a gentle nod for someone who needs it. If you want to go deeper and keep the rhythm, join the 30-day Under Grace Challenge, each day 1. A minute of grace 2, 1. 10 to 15 second, gracious command, and 3. 1 micro, yes. Review your journal each weekend and watch how order threads through small things. Time softens, conversations warm, and opportunities appear naturally. Sustain the rhythm, and you stop chasing miracles, you live inside them. If this touched you up, like so the algorithm joins, our gentle synchronicity, subscribe and ring the bell, so you don't miss the next practice, and share this with someone standing at a crossroads. Offer it as a blessing of peace. Before you go, carry one line for the day, divine order now. Divine right doors open. I recognize and step under grace and in perfect ways. The door you need may already be ajar. Take one small step, then another. Let grace do what grace does, gently, precisely, and right on time.